Hey out there, good morning, what's going on? I'm having a little bit of problems. I don't know, I have to check this video when it's over. It seems to be an internet problem, but we'll wait and see. Trump's big deal now, you know how he is. He's a stupid man, says dumb shit, does stupid stuff, and then wonders why the world is pissed off at him. He says, he made a comment that the children can cut back on toys in the response to his tariffs. Now, some people say this is an act of distraction. I don't care what it is. Do you know something that's going to hurt these people? I mean, you know, you're going to hurt the charity drives, the Marine Corps Toys for Tots, things like that. You know, where kids get toys. That's just going to hurt them. They're going to be able to help less people. Does he care? No. What's the thing Trump cares the most about? His tea time at his country club. That's what he cares about. Sooner or later, somebody's going to do something stupid. And then we'll find out what's really going to happen. Alright, I told you about the art. It's an act of distraction. He's very good at that. He puts something up there that's really repulsive to distract you from watching something that he's trying to do that's just as repulsive, but it's more dangerous. If that makes any sense. Get you all upset about one thing. Well, you know, it's like, watch me over here while this hand's picking your pocket. That's what he does. He's a con man. You know, I wouldn't stand next to that guy because you'd probably lose your wallet. Don't know what that says. Knicks won last night. Beat the Celtics. Those are great games usually. Celtics and the Knicks are just, it's like the Celtics and the Lakers. Teams that don't like each other, you know, or the 76ers and the Lakers. Teams that don't like each other. That's the games you want to go to, you know. You hear, if you get courtside seats or you're close to the bench area, you can hear a lot of good stuff. Not clean, but good stuff. Now, getting back to Mr. I will or I won't, maybe I will, maybe I won't. You know, his ban on TikTok has been extended 2 or 3 times, and he's now saying he'll extend the deadline again in June if no deal is reached. I think he wants Musk to buy it, you know, and or he wants Truth Social to buy it. Truth Social doesn't have enough money, and they don't want it because they already have one complicated, you know, issue as it is. But I'm not sure if that's gonna, you know, how that's gonna work out. I don't care who buys it. I don't use it, so you know, I mean, it's just a tool. It's a propaganda tool for some people, and I don't like propaganda that much. But you know, they call it advertising. It's propaganda, you know. And guess who's in the news too? HEGSETH. Oh wow. Besides the fact that he's using communications that are unsecured, from unsecured phones, he makes decisions without telling anybody. Apparently, right after Trump got elected, he nixed foreign aid to the Ukraine, and he wasn't authorized to do it, and he did it without approval. So you got this wacko's running loose, you know, and Trump loves him. And I read this article, and I forgot who wrote it, but it's based upon the content. I would assume it was on a Rolling Stones article, or one of the commentators on YouTube. It's not something you would see in the mainstream news. But it was about Trump and his relationship with HEGSETH, and that Trump doesn't care that he's unqualified, doesn't care that he's an idiot. He wants him because he's there, and he will yes him to death. You know, all Trump has to do is walk into a room and drop his pants, and HEGSETH is on his knees kissing his ass. That's the way it is. He doesn't care. And it's the same with the rest of these morons that he's put in there. Like Robert Kennedy Jr. There's another strange one for you. You know? Let's make Marjorie Taylor Greene chief of staff of the military. You know, she's a friggin' idiot. And so, she's so much of an idiot and so much of a danger. Even Trump doesn't want to be around her. But HEGSETH, he's a danger to the United States. I think it's something that's going to have to, another one of these things that we're just going to have to wait and see how it plays out till Donnie gets really pissed. But he doesn't, I don't think he has anybody else, because he'd be forced to put somebody in that might have to be qualified. But we'll see. You know, I don't have a lot of faith in Donald Trump's being able to pick intelligent people for the jobs. You know, they're picked based upon their political thoughts, political party, political ideals, and the fact that they'll sell their souls to be next to the President of the United States, to hold this position, this high in high esteem, as they try to destroy democracy and our ability to defend our country. You know, you find out about these leaks and whatnot from HEGSETH and his conversations. Just remember this: the dumber he is, the more people are trying to find out stuff. You know? This one kid said it took him 20 minutes was Wince's unsecured conversations. It took him 30 minutes to hack that. Do you realize that there are professional hackers out there employed by Russia, China, all the countries in the world, including Israel, who wants to know shit before we know shit? You know? All these countries are attempting to gain information, a way in, using different methods, including hacking and viruses and all this other stuff, to gain access to what the Americans are doing. Right now, you'd be very confused, I think. You know, right now, I think it's just, you know, because we don't have any idea what we're doing. So it's quite possible that you know, you'd see these leaks, like this leak about him with Ukraine. That's 3 or 4 months old. So, but it's there, and it's just the fact that it happened. You know, that he got away with this without anybody doing anything about it. Trump's not running this country. I don't know who is. It's going back to that article I read that says Stephen Miller is the man that's feeding Trump all these ideas, and Trump is just his mouthpiece. You know, and Trump will do anything to be able to walk around like he's a king. He will lie, he will cheat, he will kill to be able to walk around like a king. His real dumb shit hasn't started in a while, so I don't really know what's going to go on there. But he is Trump is just, in HEGSETH, they're two peas in a pod. All right? HEGSETH doesn't know what to do unless Trump tells him to do it, and Trump doesn't know what to do unless Stephen Miller tells him what to do. I mean, you know, come on. What are we running here? This is supposed to be a government. It's not run like any government I know. Well, I shouldn't say that. Russia's run like that. China isn't, but Russia is. you know. But Donnie, for some reason, Donnie loves Putin and loves the Russian government and how it operates. And it's not even communism. True communism I could understand. It's not possible because you have human greed, and with the Republicans and Democrats that we have in office right now, they would destroy the world. But it's not considered to be the. John Kennedy said it might be a better form of democracy in its true state, but its true state doesn't exist. On paper, it's great. In reality, it doesn't function well, as proven by its collapse. You know. I wonder if people understand that. People in Russia now, you don't see it as a country full of peasants anymore. Are there peasants in that country? Sure, there's a lot of poor people in that country. But they're better off now than they were during Stalin and whatnot. They've improved, they got rid of communism, things are better. They're not 100%. And you're going to see, man, the first big crisis you're going to see in the retail industry is Black Friday. All right? And then Cyber Monday is the next big crisis in the retail operation. And then the total Christmas sales. That'll show you what the country's like and what direction it's headed in, Will people like Musk and Trump go out and spend, millions of dollars to try and bolster the economy so it looks better than it is? I think so. Musk has got 15 kids. He's going to probably buy 150 toys, or educational stuff or something for his kids. Or maybe not. Maybe he's just a cheap bastard like I think he is. He's another guy. I think he's got more cash than Donald does. Donald doesn't have any cash. Donald has a government credit card if he wants to go to McDonald's, or his Secret Service agents pay for his food and he doesn't reimburse them. It's all part of the deal. Oh man, what's today? Tuesday? This week is already fucked up. God, people, what are we gonna do now? It's getting to the point that when you walk in, if you walk into the White House now, you have to look around and say, well, who's running this operation anyhow? Who's in charge here? It's screwy. There's so many people in the background, so many non-elected people that have so much to say that you don't know really who's running it. If Trump is going to do anything, and he needs to get rid of HEGSETH and RFK Jr. Get rid of those two people, and he has a chance to right the ship and do some good things and protect the country. Otherwise, this country's headed for the toilet. We'll be lucky if we end up as a third world country. That's my opinion. I mean, there's no factual basis for anything I'm saying there. It's just my opinion based upon what I'm seeing, what I'm reading. And I have to do a lot of searching to find something that I can check in 2 or 3 places, Because you can't, if you look at YouTube and you take the headlines on YouTube and think this is great, then you can't find the article the story that they're talking about anyplace else. Then it's phony. Okay, coming up to the end of the video. You know what to do. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. If you got something to say, you want me to do something, leave a comment. I'll do what I can, But please subscribe to my videos. It just makes me feel good, That's all it will do. It'll just cheer me up and make me feel good. We'll make well, she's not here right now because she's disappointed nobody's watching. All right, take care. I'll see you tomorrow.